Yeah, hello, my name is Christoph Kuzinski. I work internationally these days as consultant and coach in the area of decision-making processes and negotiations. Doing that for about 7 years right now, and previous to that I was in a number of industries as sales leader, managing director, so gained quite a bit of experience in these areas. The module I've been running is named Communication and Negotiation. Yeah, my experience in consulting entrepreneurs is a variety of things. I had them in a number of trainings individually, and I've been working with them on a consulting basis. So whenever it came to very challenging negotiations, things that had to be prepared, that's what I'm there for, defining the strategy, helping them along the way. Because as we all know, negotiation is not a one-off event. It may be in a variety of stages. So that needs to be prepared as well. Effectively, the most challenging things I had was helping entrepreneurs reorganize and with that release quite a bit of stuff. And that leads to another fact. Yes, you need to come up with empathy for the people involved. They have been working for you for quite some time. And on the other hand, it's down to your money. Yeah, when it comes to the stages the entrepreneurs are in, could be either in the crisis phase, where things are getting worse. Typically then you start negotiating with your partners, suppliers and stuff like that, banks perhaps. When it comes to insolvency, then typically the lawyers take over. Yet you need to negotiate perhaps with a couple of banks, and you're highly emotional about the stuff you're negotiating. Then I typically come into play negotiating on behalf of the entrepreneur. Well, the biggest mistake everyone can make is wrong assumptions. Wrong assumptions about what the other side wants, what their idea is, and even what the subject matter is. I find the saying of Mark Twain so great. Let me see whether I can get it together, right? It's not what we don't know that gets us into trouble. It's things that we know for sure that just ain't so. And I really like that for the purpose of negotiations as well, because we have assumptions about the other side. Well, I just explained. Well, looking at re-establishing trust, let's think about what helps there. And from my point of view, it's openness. First of all, you need to be reflective on what happened and be open to talk about what you've learned and what you've gained. And that openness from your side helps the other side gain trust in yourself. And with that, you establish a good relationship, which is actually what you need for a good negotiation outcome. Yeah, so let's take a step back and look at communication and how that relates to body language and mindset. Because there are so many that are in a certain state and emotion that they're showing certain body language. And if you look at body language, for instance, displaying anxiety, then you're obviously in a very weak position. Now, whatever you then say is pretty much irrelevant because everyone looking at you will sense that anxiety. The most important thing is maintain your state as well as possible, and if you can't or are in danger to lose temper, have a break. Have a break, try and control the emotions, breathe and relax. Well, I really like the approach the Academy is taking there, training skills for the restarting or starting entrepreneurs, and I think that it's great value, especially when it comes to mentoring. First of all, having a review of the skills and then looking at the mentoring of improving the performance so they have a good basis going forward. Typically, what I like to do is do a full day introducing my methodology because that might be different from what you hear from other sides. I'm not a great fan of tactics, unfair methods, and so on and so forth. So have a look at the methodology and thereafter get on the real work. And that could be a mentoring or another day exploring a couple of scenarios.